You can call me Sarah. I'm 29, and I grew up in a small town outside Asheville, North Carolina. I want to tell you about something that happened to my family the fall I turned 14, and something else that happened much more recently in the same house. Our house sat at the end of a gravel road, the last one before the road just turned into a dirt trail that led up into the hills. We had about 4 acres, most of it wooded, with a creek running along the back property line. My dad built a treehouse for my little brother Colin and me when we were kids, up in an old oak about 50 yards behind the house. By the time I was 14, we barely used it anymore, but it was still there. Boards a little warped, rope ladder still hanging. It was October, a Friday night, and my parents had gone to a wedding 2 towns over. They weren't going to be back until late, so our neighbor, an older woman named Diane, was supposed to come check on us around 9. Colin was 11 then. We'd ordered pizza, watched a movie, normal night. Around 8, the power flickered once, came back, and I didn't think much of it. Storms did that sometimes out there. About 20 minutes later, I heard something outside that I couldn't place. Not quite a knock, more like a dragging sound, slow, along the side of the house near the kitchen window. I paused the movie and told Colin to stay on the couch. I looked through the kitchen window and didn't see anything. Just our yard, black beyond the porch light's reach. I figured it was a raccoon. We'd had them get into the trash before, so I went back to the couch. Maybe 10 minutes after that, the dragging sound came again, except this time it was slower, and it moved past the kitchen window toward the back door. Colin heard it too. He asked if it was Dad's truck. It wasn't. I could see out the front that the driveway was empty. We went quiet and listened. Then, very clearly, there were 3 knocks on the back door. Not frantic, deliberate, spaced out. I told Colin to go to my parents' room and lock the door, and I went to the kitchen phone, the landline, and I picked it up to call Diane. And there was no dial tone, just silence. I remember standing there pressing the button over and over like that would fix it. I went and got Colin, and we both locked ourselves in my parents' bathroom, which didn't even have a lock that worked well. But it was the smallest room with the fewest windows. We sat on the bathroom floor for what felt like an hour, though it was probably 20 minutes. At some point, the house went completely silent. No more knocking, nothing. I finally worked up the nerve to creep to the bedroom window and look out toward the treehouse, and that's when I saw it. There was a light on inside the treehouse, a dim, yellowish light, swaying slightly, like someone was holding a lantern and walking in a small circle. We didn't have any lights out there. There was no power run to it at all. That's when headlights came up the driveway. It was Diane, running late. The light in the treehouse went out the second her headlights swept across the yard. I ran outside in my socks, screaming for her, and she called the police right there from her car. When they searched the property, they found the phone line to the house had been cut at the box outside, and they found a spot in the treehouse where the old boards had been swept clean, like somebody had been sitting up there a while. No footprints they could use. Ground was too dry. Nobody was ever caught. We moved 2 years later, partly because of that night, though my parents never said so directly. That house sold to another family, and over the years I lost track of it, until this past spring, when I saw an old friend from high school post about buying a place out that way. it turned out to be the same house. I hadn't thought about that night in years, but I reached out to her, mostly out of curiosity, and told her a little bit about what happened, leaving out the scarier parts, so I didn't freak her out over nothing. About 6 weeks ago, she texted me. She and her husband had a security camera pointed at their back porch, mostly for package theft, nothing serious. She sent me a screenshot from around 2 in the morning. It was grainy, but you could make out a figure standing at the tree line behind the house, not moving, facing the camera. She said the motion alert had gone off 3 nights that week, always around the same time, always in the same spot near the trees. And every time they went out with a flashlight, there was nothing there. Then last week she called me, not texted, called, and her voice was shaking. She said their dog had started refusing to go in the backyard at all, not pulling back on the leash, just planting his feet at the door and refusing to move. And 2 nights before, she'd woken up to the sound of something dragging along the outside wall of the house, slow, deliberate, moving toward the back door. She said it stopped right around where the old treehouse used to be, because the tree had come down years ago, and there was nothing back there now but a stump. I haven't told her the full story from when I was 14. I don't know if I'm going to. She and her husband are talking about getting a better camera system and motion lights for the whole tree line. Part of me wants to tell her everything, and part of me is scared that if I do, it'll somehow make it worse. Like saying it out loud brings it back around. I still think about that swaying light in the treehouse more than I'd like to. Whatever was out there 13 years ago, I don't think it ever really left.